Coming up in this edition of the ZTV Sports Report, we look at the Lady Zips in their big matchup this week with Buffalo.
And in men's basketball, OU ventured into the jar as the top two teams in the MAC faced off, both sitting at 6-0 in the conference.
And we'll also take a look back at the best moments from last semester in Chris Coon's Coach's Corner segment.
All this and more coming up on the ZTV Sports Report.
Welcome to this week's edition of the ZTV Sports Report, your number one spot for Akron Athletics. I'm Bridget Linton, joined by Parker Smith for the first episode of the spring semester.
Thanks, Bridget. It's been a big week for the Zips men's basketball team, not only taking on top challenger in the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats, but making ESPN headlines with their social network jerseys.
The Zips basketball team's sleek new uniforms have drawn praise from fans and have come to the forefront of the NCAA basketball discussions this year.
But we can't forget about the Lady Zips, fighting to stay above 500 in the MAC and keep in contention for the conference title.
Saturday marked the biggest game of the year for the Zips thus far, as Ohio, Akron's biggest challenge in the MAC, hoped to end the 12-game win streak that Akron had leading up to the game.
Back and forth it went as OU found success from the outside, but the Zips big men, as always, were a force to be reckoned with. Nick Harney with the great assist here, finding Demetrius Treadwell for the throwdown. The jar sure was rocking without an empty seat in the house. Zips fans did their part, that's for sure. Zeke Marshall with a key offensive rebound and putback as the Zips took a narrow 5-point lead into half. It was all Zips in the second half. Attacking the basket, Akron forced their will and never looked back. With the crowd behind them all the way, the Zips would not be denied at home. Treadwell with a great fake here, separating from his defender and then knocking down the big jumper. Treadwell has been huge this year for UA, causing problems for opposing defenses with his versatility. After Akron stretched their lead, it was all about the defense, not allowing DJ Cooper and the OU offense to get any momentum. The Zips went on to win the game by a score of 86-72.
Alex Abreu led the Zips with 21 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. Zeke Marshall, as always, had a great game inside the paint with 17 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 blocks. This win gives Akron the longest current winning streak in the NCAA at 13 games. Akron moves on to their next game on Tuesday against Central Michigan. Coach Dambrett had this to say after the game.
Well, I'm not worried about respect, Marla. Like, you got to earn your respect, but what I like is it keeps us it keeps us in the mind of not only the writers nationally, but it also keeps you in the mind of the committee, exactly. You know, so no matter what they say, if we can continue to win, then they have to look at us, right? I mean, we can only play who we can play, right? And we try to put a good schedule together. Our conference strength of schedule is pretty good. We didn't win all of them, but it's obvious that we can play with those people. So, you know, it just keeps you in that thought process, which I think is huge.
There is no doubt that the men's basketball team is strong this year, and part of the reason is the outstanding freshman class that Coach Dambrett has brought in this season.
Absolutely, and you got to catch up with the 4 freshmen this week to hear about the start of their Zips career. They also shared their opinion on their new jerseys that made national news.
This year, the University of Akron men's basketball team has added a great class of freshmen to their roster. With 4 freshmen seeing significant playing time on a team with upperclassmen leadership, the Zips have shown confidence in their young guns. We caught up with the Fab Four.
Hopefully at the University of Akron, I plan on making tournament runs, hopefully maybe hang a couple banners in here, maybe win a national championship. I mean, that's what everyone's goal is.
I would like to accomplish a lot of things. I think that I'd like to make it to the NCAA tournament every year over my whole 4 years. I also like to make it to the Final Four. I think we got a good shot about that, and I think that we can accomplish anything as a team.
I have probably learned the most about Alex Abreu. He's from Puerto Rico, the same place I'm from, so he's been helping me out through this raw freshman year that I've been learning a lot.
Brian Walsh has helped me the most. Since he's my position, he's a shooter. I know at the beginning of the season I was in a little shooting slump, and he worked with me on my shot, just got my confidence up.
Also this week, the Zips have made headlines with their new jerseys. Sporting the all-black theme, Akron revealed the new look Saturday against OU.
I like the new jerseys, the new blackout look, black and navy blue. Even though we couldn't get at Zips men basketball on the back, we still got Zips on the back. So it'll be a new look for us, and hopefully we can perform and have that new look to us.
Yeah, I think they're a huge success just because it got us out there. See all the ESPN reporters tweeting at us and stuff, and just got our names out there, and it helped the program a lot.
After their big home win against Bowling Green, the Lady Zips took on Buffalo at the Jar. Sporting the pink jerseys, UA knew it was their day, hitting shots immediately from the outside. The women's team has lived by the three this year, and that didn't change against Buffalo.
Great ball movement was key for the Zips as they always seemed to make the extra pass, finding an open shooter. Taylor Rupert knocks down this three as the Zips separated early from Buffalo. The Bulls hung tough, however, getting back into the game with strong inside play. Akron countered with some inside moves of their own, with a layup here by Senna King. This three, as time expired, gave the Zips a 3-point lead going into halftime. Coming out of the break, the Zips lost their lead as Buffalo's bigs were making plays on the inside. Eventually, the Zips got hot from downtown, and after that, there was no turning back. Threes from Taylor Rupert and the smooth stroke of Rachel Tecca led Akron, but without the strong point guard play of Casey Castle, the Zips would have not gotten uncontested shots, which is important for a team that likes to shoot the ball. This layup sealed the deal, and Akron went on to win 75-57.
Senna King with a great game totaling 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals in the win. The Lady Zips will take on Eastern Michigan on Wednesday as they look to improve their 5-3 conference record. After the game, Coach Kest had this to say.
We do that a lot. I mean, our kids, they know they have the green light to shoot, and when you're shooting well, then, it looks good. But when you're not shooting well, then we told the kids, let's move the ball around. Let's get a better look. Let's get a 15-footer. Let's get the defense to shift a couple times. We'll get some easy shots off that. There's a couple times we just didn't use any time off the clock. We just threw it up, which I didn't think was a good shot selection. Even if it went in, I didn't think it was a good shot selection. When we did move the ball, then we got Rachel with easy shots at the elbow. We got Rachel with shots at the taking it to the basket, going to the basket from the elbow rather than throwing up shots early in the shot clock.
You can't talk about the Lady Zips' success without mentioning junior forward Rachel Tecca,
who has overcome a serious knee injury but has continued to lead her team to new heights.
Troy Taylor sat down with Rachel to hear about her standout season.
For athletes, getting injured while playing is something they never want to think about. But when it happens, it can hit them like a ton of bricks.
It was definitely very sudden. I wasn't expecting it, and I just thought I had to get the surgery, come back, rehab, just do the work, put in the work, and I was excited for this season.
Last season, Rachel Tecca went down with a torn ACL, and now she's working hard to come back.
I definitely tried rehabbing every day, get in the gym, put in extra time. My teammates definitely helped me out as well as Coach Kest, so they all pushed me and supported me throughout the whole process, so that was definitely a big help.
She was a first-team all-conference player. We had such a great start last year before she got injured, and she's one of the premier post players in the conference.
Since coming to Akron, Rachel attributes much of her success to Coach Kest.
Coach Kest has definitely taught me a lot since I've been here. She definitely believes in me and is interested in my best efforts and best interests, and she's a wonderful coach.
And both Tecca and Coach Kest have noticed differences in the team's play since last season.
I think they worked really hard over the summer to improve on their weaknesses, and so another year under their belt of understanding each other's strengths and weaknesses.
I think this season we all are very motivated, and we all have a lot of heart and drive to win, and I think that's a lot different than the team we had last year.
And Tecca knows where to give credit for the success of this season.
We have a great team this year, and everybody can contribute, and we just have a really special team, and I'm really excited about this year.
For the ZTV Sports Report, I'm Troy Taylor.
Coming up after the break, we take a look at a brand new Zips trivia.
And we'll get an inside look at the men's basketball team, along with the Coach's Corner segment.
David, do it anymore. All he talks about is LeBron.